Imagine if I were to give up the early stage, I would not be 200,000 by the end of the year, right? And I would not be a million, 2 million, 3 millions. Hey guys, if you are struggling with seeing sales within your first few weeks of launching your product, I do want to help you set the real expectation because building a business is not easy. And it is like you are going to the gym on a daily basis. And if you look at the gym mirror, you're asking yourself why you show up for the gym for, let's say, 2 weeks and you have not seen yourself either losing weight or gaining muscle. Success measurement come down in months and year, not by day. And same with your Amazon journey. And that's why I want you to watch this journey of myself fully so that you understand and set the real expectation. So as you look at my Amazon journey right here, this is how I launch. All right, so this is when I first start out. As you look at so this is 30 days. As you look at my sales, it's not consistent, right? The day that we have sales, some day that I don't have. But the one rule that I want you to look at always is, can you grow 1% more every single week? Meanings, let's say for first week, I'm only average about 1 sales or some day no sales. But on the second week, I'm average about 2 sales per day and more. And also make sure that you pay attention to the season, okay? Because the season does affect your journey on Amazon. But during this time, as we approaching holidays, things starting to pick up. So we start October 24th, right? To November, and then I'll go out of stock, and then I restock. And then as you look at this, I now go back to the beginning, average. Remember, selling on Amazon, just like a car. When you're out of stock, you would have to launch again, and basically it's like cold starting your machine. And as you go back to 1 sale per day, then I pump it to 2 sale, 3 sale, and these are 30-day graph, 4 weeks. And look at this. As you start bidding up to the holiday season, there's going to be more and more sales that will come with the season. So make sure that you pay attention to your stock level, as there's going to be sales to make. And especially during Q4 is where most of our sellers make the most money. And be expected that your sales may not be consistent, okay? So as you look at it, someday I have good sales, someday I have bad sales. And remember, just like go back to working out. Someday that you have good sales, someday that maybe your friend asking you to go out drinking party and then you travel, so you get put back on some weight. So some of the factor that would affect your sales could be your level of focus and also the season, the market season. And let's say people, they may be waiting for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or like holiday season, whatever. Just remember, there's many different factors, but the few factors that are within your controllable are pricing, your listing, and making sure that marketing is what you need to look at and learning every single day. Okay? And as you look at this, inconsistent sales. Some day up to 600, some day that are down to 200, very normal. And again, I do want to remind yourself that 1% rule is very important. And why is it so important? Because there's going to be a journey as you're launching this. There's going to be a lot of self-imposed syndrome where you're doubting yourself, whether you see whether or not you're doing the right thing. So here's what I want you to do is make sure on a daily basis, write down what are the 3 things that you need to do. For example, get 1 more reviews. For example, optimizing your PPC every 7 to 14 days. Like show up, pretty much show up, do the work that you set yourself to. And for someone to lose weight, it's not because that you look at your mirror every single day. It's because that you show up. Imagine a person that show up on a consistent basis. Eventually, the byproduct of your consistency is the result. Same on Amazon. On a daily basis, what are the 3 things that you need to do? Number 1, can you make 1 more post on Amazon store? Can you lock in another influencer to promote your product? Can you look at your PPC and see where are the keywords that are generating the most sales and which wasn't making the most sales so that you can reinvest, right? So overall takeaway here that I want you to remember is if you can make 1 sales online, you can make more sales online. And if you can aim for just 1% more every single day, or I would say every other weeks, things gonna start look a lot better. And set a schedule so that you can show up, okay? And I suggest to go to my Instagram right here so that you can really see a realistic look of what it is to launch a product on Amazon. And right now, with holiday season coming in, be expected to have a lot of sales. But after holiday season, the market may tank a little bit, okay? So how to gauge the market, it would say number one is Google Trend. So basically, you're gonna search for your product. Let's say winter coat, right? So winter coat would allow you to know whether your product would be Google Trend will allow you to know whether your product would be trendy or not. I usually look at least 2 data points. So let's say after Q4, right? Things starting to go down. That's when you're gonna start lower your inventory, and be expect that you're not gonna make sales. Okay. Remember, one thing is whatever go up will go down. That's a season of life, and it's in business too. But as long as you continue to build momentum, just like wave, searching the wave. And number two, how you can gauge your sales. So the second way to gauge your sales volumes is look at your top competitor, because they are leading industry expert. Okay, so they are leading industry, and the sales in here would highly reflecting how the market is changing. So you can look at 3 data from top 3 people, look at their all time, and look at where they are making the most sales, and where are their low seasons, so that you can plan it accordingly. Just like in a stock market, there's going to be up and there's going to be down. Just making sure that you're going to prepare your cash and also your inventory in advance, so that you don't overstock and you don't understock in your inventory. All right, guys. Yes, like this one in May, their high season. So during right now, they're going back down and then go up. So this product has 2 seasons. So as you look at it, if you really pay attention to, like, during the summertime, people, they don't want to get stinky, or they may exercise a lot. So that's why they buy a faucet shower. And then holiday season, people are going to meet other people. So they tend to shower more during this time. That's why they start buying more shower faucets. So really elaborate more on your idea and just be creative when it comes to, like, figure it out what are the factor, okay? The factor that influence your sales, so that you can plan accordingly. So here are your action item. Number one is, look at identify your hot season and your low season. That's number one. Number two, look at your historical data from your competitor. What are their high season look like on, let's say, 30-day sales? What are their low season look like on their 30-day sales? And also write down a list of different factors that would influence your product market. Let's say if you are selling product during the winter time, right? Remember, summertime people are going to travel and they don't need winter coat. These consider one of your action. And that would help you to not get stressed out. And lastly, remember, good things take time, and you cannot measure your success within days, okay? Success measured by months and by years. As long as you show up, you do the work, you get that perfect body, you would get that perfect business. Not perfect, but I would say successful business that you can build, okay? And one day, I promise you, as you look back, you're going to see how far have you come. Imagine if I were to give up the early stage, I would not be 200,000 by the end of the year, right? And I would not be $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. So focus on your first dollar, your $20,000, $30,000, and eventually after 1 to 2 years, you can reach a lot, like millions of dollars. All right, so hope you find this lesson helpful. And remember, the battle is in your mind. Focus on stay positive and always figure out the solution. Well, thank you again for tuning in. And if you have any questions, drop your question in the chat and I'll be happy to answer. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Justin D. Hanjo and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And remember, a 1,000-step journeys start with the first single step. 2024 is about to end, so make sure that you finish this year strong. If, as an immigrant like myself, who barely spoke in English when I first got here, no hand up, but if I can do it, you can do it too. 1% every single day, and to the top. we go, guys. Peace for now, warrior. See ya.